we would request Ms. Vrinda Vij from Delhi Public School, Noida, to speak about or to speak on the topic. Over to you, Vrinda.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you again for the opportunity to allow us to speak in this platform. I think that I was laughing this morning reading it, but I think it was on the eve of independence in 1947 that Winston Churchill actually said that the only leaders India will ever go to produce will be people of low caliber or men of straw, as he put it. So I think it is incredibly interesting today to see that his successor on the same seat that he once sat today sits an Indian or a man of Indian origin. But I think that it would actually be really interesting if any of us could go back 75 years in history. And I think anybody that we would speak to would think that we were utter fools to suggest that the Vice President of the United States of America and the Prime Minister designate of the United Kingdom would both be people of Indian origin. And I think that speaks so much for the journey that India has traveled in the last 75 years. But I think that there is a need to correct the narrative. I think that what the world is trying to understand of us today is that we're sort of happy that it's payback time, or that, you know, we're going to do reverse imperialism. But I think none of that is true. I think what more than 1 billion people are happy about today, and I think that beyond India, anybody should be happy about today, is that it's a great day for inclusivity. I think it's a day when borders and boundaries are being broken. The world we live in today is a world where there is no first world, there is no third world, there is no developed, there is no developing. Those boundaries are finally being broken. It really is a world where someone, you know, the first non-white Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is a person of Indian origin. I think that is something to be immensely proud of. And I think that what Mr. Sunak, to me, has shown a country of over 1 billion people is that if you have the dream, and if you're willing to take up the education, the experience, the hard work to back that dream, and if you have the resilience, because the world of politics really does take a lot of resilience to really continue with that dream, then nothing is impossible and the sky is the limit, or even the sky isn't the limit, rather, now that you think of it. But I think that talking about his policies, of course, you see a reflection of India wherever you see him. I mean, yesterday, I don't think any of us who've seen that photo can take it out. That photo of him lighting diyas at 10 Downing Street, I think that's a huge photo for inclusivity. And, you know, him then giving the statement saying that even when he's held such huge posts, he's become now the Prime Minister designate, him saying that one of the proudest moments of his life is lighting a diya outside 10 Downing Street. That speaks about how much he is, you know, an Indian origin person at heart. And I think policies such as his sheer diplomacy, supporting Brexit, but with such diplomacy, his anti-Russia stand, during the Russia-Ukraine war, but with so much diplomacy, so much class to him, not being, you know, overtly against somebody. That's a very Indian trait to have. I think whether it be as, you know, during his tenure in the finance ministry, whether it be the 350 billion pound you know, relief money that he released to get the UK economy out of crisis. I think that those leadership skills, I mean, coming into the political landscape at a time when clearly everything is going downhill, to have so many prime ministers resigning within such a short tenure of time, clearly there is something wrong. But to live up to the moment, to say, no, I am willing to take that responsibility, and I assure you that I will unite the party, I will, you know, revive the economy, and I will correct the political landscape, to take on that responsibility. I think that it is definitely very proud for all of us as Indians to see him do that. But I think even beyond that, as everybody said, for South Asians, for Asians, but I think for anybody who wanted to see this kind of inclusivity and this kind of globalization, it is an incredibly proud moment today. I think that's all I have to say, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vrinda.